It's a big one already as West Ham United take the trip to Brentford to face the Bees in what some are suggesting is a must-win game for Julian Lopetegui. He's had a tricky start to life at West Ham. We've had some tough games, but performances have underwhelmed, and this feels massive for the manager and for the team, and really for the fans as well, to get the fan base rejuvenated after a pretty flat start to the new season. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are well. It's the match preview. Brentford, West Ham. I have a trio of great guests joining me, as always. Nige, how are you, mate?
Tired. Tired, mate.
We'll
Still
get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Larry, how are you?
Very good. A lot of rain and wind here in Kentucky, but we're doing all right. I'm inside today, so you know what.
There we go. Well, at least you can't shove blue skies in our face today like you usually do,
Not
Larry.
today.
So
I wanted to. All you're going to get is rain and wind.
Oh, well, what a shame. Gary, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Right, we are flying solo tonight because get all your sympathy ready, right? The parents have left me. They've buggered off, right? They've gone for the night.
What?
Left me home alone. Kevin. We're not quite at Christmas yet. So anything can happen tonight, and say what you like, do what you like, because no one's in charge but me. See, it's thrilling, isn't it? It's thrilling. Evening to Michael.
God, you'd be starving, wouldn't you?
Hey,
no, I've had a Chinese that I didn't pay for. So.
Oh my god!
Shock. Are you surprised or not?
Not really. No,
not
really.
Not at all.
It was nice. It was nice. Tastes better when it's free, doesn't it? Well, I know
Always,
that
does.
Always.
Evening to all the crew and the flippy, floppy, loppy fans. Try saying that after a few. Michael says, need 2 wins for the next 2 games, then the international break again. I know. Very funny, isn't it? Illegal to leave a 12-year-old home alone. Very funny, Peter.
Now, that was a funny joke, to be fair.
There we go. Good job, Peter.
He's made me laugh more than you have all year.
Yeah, but it's predictable now. And I knew he was going to say that, right? Oh, come on, Peter. Come on. Right, and that's biasness right there, because I've said jokes that are funnier than that, and you lot have not even changed your expression. So there's a bit of bias in the joke laughing. Anyway, right, we're about to talk football. The other night, the best place to start is with the man that was there on the ground, our roving reporter. What time did you get home, Nige?
4:10.
Oh,
Jeez.
Well,
the worst thing was, right, let me tell you the little story, right? So I said to Ian Turner, he said, if you drive to me in Peterborough, I'll take you to the ground. So I said, all right. So I left at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I drove to his house, and I got there about, 1:45. Then he said, I've got to go and pick my daughter up. She was at college, was an hour late. Then they went to McDonald's. Then we got there. I got in the ground at 4 minutes to 8.
Oh, Jesus.
And then he couldn't get in because she had her bag.
oh.
He had to go around the other side of the ground. So on the way back, he had to go around the side. So the game had finished, and he had to go around, pick her bag up, I had to wait, get back in his car. We got back to his house at 2:30. And then I had to drive another basically 2 hours on.
Oh,
So it was awful, and yeah, not cool.
Last year, I think we got home 4:45. I think we got home last year. We got back to Terry's about.
Yeah, you live in Somerset.
3. I know.
I live in Kent, another 3 hours before you're. Oh, mate, you don't want to know. It was horrendous.
There we go. That sums up Nigel's Wednesday and Thursday morning.
Dogs woke me up at 10 o'clock jumping all over me, so I couldn't even have a lay in.
Let's talk the football. I said before that I didn't really care about the result and I was looking for a performance. Gary, I think I got that, to be honest. What did you make of it?
We were certainly better than we were Saturday against Chelsea. We had more shape.
Get much worse, could it?
Exactly. But we had the shape. Showed some more passion. We were very unlucky with some decisions, to be fair. If there's VAR there, we'd have got a penalty and the first goal would have been offside. So, we all know, all 4 of us know, you don't get anything at Anfield, short of being shot by a sniper. I said, you're going to get a penalty. So just one of those things. I thought we played a lot better. It's a shame we collapsed at the end, which is unfortunately too characteristic at the moment. We've done that quite a lot in the last 12 months. Because 5-1 is nowhere a fair reflection of the game, I don't think.
No. I thought we were well in it. Larry, thoughts?
No, it's spot on. That the last 2 goals by Gatko at the end there, I call them trash goals. They were decent, but it was like 89th minute, 92nd minute on our right-hand side where we're having our major issues and stuff like that. But just like what Gary said, one thing I was trying to look at is that I wanted to see where they're going to go out there and play with some hustle and get out there on the pitch. And I did see that. And then I wanted to see a couple players to see what they could do. I really wanted to see it to Debo, and we got to see him. And Soler, I wanted to see what they had. But, we'll talk more about it, but we just got to address that the right side. That's where our teams are attacking us at. You can say Cresswell, he had a great game. Well, I don't know, because they didn't, until Salah came in, they didn't even go on that side. And they were just, I think they're planning to attack that right side against us until we can stop it.
I think it's been an issue throughout the whole of the season, Nigel, and it was pertinently clear against Chelsea and again on Wednesday night, is that we defend so narrow, whether it's Wan-Bissaka, Soufal, Cresswell, Emerson, whoever's on the flank, we give them a free run. And it was the same at Fulham. We had Iwobi on one side and Traore on the other, and they were just bombing in at us and causing problems. We're not dealing, and teams are working out, spread the game, and they're exploiting our right and left-hand side, and it needs addressing, doesn't it?
Well, there's just no one's tight on their man.
No.
I mean, Gatko, he might as well have stood out there having a cup of tea.
Mm.
And the ball was just pinged to him, and he was like, there was no one near him when the ball was coming down, and he just had. When you got people, when you're then on the back foot with people running it, you're in trouble. And it just, we got slaughtered. But look, I'm not that upset because I do feel like Gary said, I feel that we played fairly well. And another day, 1-0 up, and then offside goal, and the penalty decision, and Somerville pulling it wide at the. I mean, we had plenty of chances, and we did play okay. But when the third goal went in, heads went down, then Alvarez went out of his mind, and then it was all, they was always going to score a couple of late goals. And, like I say, I wasn't overly upset about it because I thought we actually didn't play too bad. It wasn't a reflection of the game 5-1 at all.
No, I agree. So attention's turned to Brentford, Gary, not a place that we historically do too well in the Premier League. From memory, we've had some dreadful games there. On earth, boy, you throwing stuff about, Nige?
The dog was doing something I didn't like, so I threw something at it. It wasn't a brick. It was like a toy elephant type thing. So anyone on here who's going to start being an advocate for animal cruelty? No, Italian greyhounds were injured
in the process. Good. I'm glad we got that established because otherwise rumours would have circulated. Gary, Brentford, we don't do well there. I mean, we won there in the cup, but apart from that, I don't think we've got anything there since they've come up to the Premier League. So historically, we're not doing too well. We need a win, don't we?
Yeah, but last year, if you remember rightly, Jake, we were 2-1 up, and Ben Rama and Antonio got in the mess at the back post to make it 3-1. Yeah. And that should, we should have taken the game there. I mean, I think Thomas Frank is a very good manager. I think he's very underestimated. He's a clever guy, but I don't think we've got anything to fear. It'd be interesting to see what he's going to do because Alvarez is obviously suspended. I hope he plays Soler. I was quite impressed with him in certain facts. I'd like to see him start instead.
Looks sharp, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I think Wan-Bissaka will come in for Soufal. Obviously, Areola will come in for Fabianski, and then Emerson should come back. I thought Todibo did well enough to start as well, so it'll be very interesting to see what lineup we've got. But I don't think we've got anything to fear. As the chap said, and I've said, we played okay against Liverpool. We've got to forget about the result and build on the positives we take out of the performance. I didn't look at the stats, but I think we must have had 10, 12, 14 shots or something. We looked like we were going to score. Hal Kilman didn't score. I'll never know.
He waited too long. He should have shot that earlier.
Yeah, we had our chances. So I'm reasonably positive. I'm more positive than I was after the Chelsea game for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, no, I am. Let's take some comments, then we'll carry on. Peter says, under 21s, 1-0 up against Chelsea. I did read Adele initially when I saw that. Adieli with the goal for the youngsters. Yeah, it's on YouTube now, but you should be, watching this if you're here, please. Stay here. Stay with me. Is that an Oasis song? No, Stand By Me is an Oasis song, so I can't get that in there.
And Benny King.
Benny King.
Is it? Oh. Okay, cheers for that. I don't know who Benny King is, but Michael says, can we have a red kit next season? Refs and liners can't see red shirts. right.
Yeah,
this is funny. Our defence is nicknamed the boat. We are so narrow. See, that's a funny joke, right? And that got less laughs than him taking the mick out of me, which wasn't even funny, right? So come on, guys. It seems like you opt and prefer for jokes that slag me off.
That's true. Making sense now, Jake. Yeah.
Oh, cheers. Oh, I know I'm valued by my guests that I pay very well. So it's something like that. Sufel was sitting on Tadebo's boots for 3 of them goals. Why did that far in? Yeah, I mean, positioning wasn't great. Haddon just popped in. Thank you very much for joining us. Very good indeed. Right. Yeah. Larry, yes. Difficult this game, isn't it? I don't quite difficult to predict and difficult as in the opponent that we're facing.
Yeah, you know, you look at their stats. They got 2 wins and 3 losses. They lost to some big clubs. They lost to Man City. Well, not a big club, but the Spuds. They lost to the Spuds. They beat Crystal Palace in Southampton. They're sitting 12th on the table. Just like I said, Thomas Frank, I really think he's a good manager. I really do. And he had to deal with that Tony situation. Didn't know if he was going to be able to play him last year or not and coming in there. So, but, you know, I said on my after reaction thing is that, you know, there's so many people, and I follow the different channels, and they're all on Lopetegui and all this stuff now. We had some tough matches in the past. We're facing some teams that have been playing together a while, and they're vying for the top 4. You look at that between Liverpool, I think it'll be a 1 or 2, second in the league, in my opinion. You got Villa in there. Chelsea's improved a lot. Man City. Look at those teams and say to yourself, what do you think you're really going to get when you have a brand new squad? That being said, I think this is where I'm going to say, what are we going to have out here? I really, I put out there the next 2 matches, I want to see 4 points. Tomorrow, we need to get some kind of result off that. I want the 3, but we can't walk away with a loss from there. So, and my question back to you guys and stuff like that for the tackle, my concern also is in midfield. Who do we really have that we're going to put back there as a defensive midfield with Alvarez out? Is it going to be Rodriguez? Because we say it's a similar thing, and it looked like Lopetegui didn't have much faith in him. Didn't he pull him real early in the Chelsea match? So, but I'm positive for what I saw on Wednesday, minus that result, because I saw a lot of good things coming in. I saw when Paqueta Antonio came onto the pitch, that's when Soler, I thought, started doing a little bit better. We had like a 15-minute spurt right there when they came in that we were really attacking them hard. We were doing a really good job. And then Salah got that rebound and got that goal in there. And just like you guys said, it looked like we just kind of went down into the thing. And Alvarez did his best. So I'm not super confident, but I'm positive that I think we can go out there and do it. It's just how we're going to address it. I think, and additionally, one more thing before I end, is that, Juan Pisaka cannot be that far up the pitch and not defend like they were before. There was Alvarez in the Chelsea game was back there by himself. I don't know what we were actually setting up. It wasn't a 4 back because you had Alvarez more over to the right and then you see Mav coming down to the center. I don't know, what was going on there. We need to correct that.
Yeah, we do. We could talk about midfield in detail in just a second. Right, this is just becoming a slagging off contest now, isn't it? Has the babysitter gone AWOL, Jake? See, you all laugh more at that, don't you, than his proper jokes, right? See, Gary, I like your conservative, you didn't let too much away there. Gary's got a bit of respect for me.
I'm just picturing the babysitter, Jake.
You crap. Oh dear, I can't win, can I? I cannot win. We are a mobile striker and stroker. Crikey. We are a mobile striker.
You're thinking the babysitter as well.
Shut up. I give up. Honestly, I give up. I was waiting for that. We're a mobile striker, get that right, and a speedy midfielder away from a good team. I can't believe what just happened. I'd agree. Yeah, we need to solidify defensively, get a midfielder and get a striker. So basically, we need a revamp, and then we've got a good team. But no, I get you. I get your point. Yeah. Dogs are going galore. Is that your dogs, Nige, going galore?
They are running around like loons, to be fair, but they're not annoying me that bad that I've got to throw anything else at them.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad we've.
The only thing I've got to throw at them is a bunch of bananas. But I don't want to bruise them. Bananas.
The bananas.
You took me, Jake. I was going to say that.
Oh dear. Here we go. Right, what's he got to say now? Did you not ask for dart player Littler's ex-girlfriend as a babysitter for tonight? No, I didn't. What are you inferring, Peter? I can't quite get the premise of that comment. Anyway, moving on. Brentford. Let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, Larry provided us with a few cheeky stats earlier, as he always does. Far more prepared than all three of us put together on this show. Larry, keep it up. Well done. And they're a decent side. He's now, we've already discussed. Thomas Frank is no mug. We all know that. Embuemo Visa, they can cause us some serious problems. He wants to take that first.
I will, because I don't need a load of stats and any paper to tell you that we always lose to them. And I've seen us beaten once in the FA Cup. But we really beat half the team, to be fair. They didn't have their full side out, and we always seem to struggle at that place. I don't know. I just think they're an hard-working team. They're like a team that, they're not. When you look at the team, they're not full of these skillful players, but they're very hard-working and efficient footballers. And
they do
the job that they're meant to do. Their defenders defend well. Their midfield works hard, and their strikers score goals without really looking any good. That makes sense. They're one of them teams, and like I say, we struggle against hard-working teams like that. And I think with the midfield we've got or haven't got, because we never know who's going to play. It's just like we look at the team, we're just waiting for the team sheet, thinking who's in this week. You can more or less guess who he's going to put, up front and at the back, but you never know what's happening with our midfield. And I think that's been our problem for quite a while.
They're well coached tonight. I agree. I think Wisser's not playing tomorrow. I think he's suspended.
Oh, yeah.
Also, when they came to our stadium last year, we gave them a right doing. So we got.
Oh, they were awful, weren't they? 4-0.
Yeah. So let's hope we can catch them on another off day, because they did anything special at our place. So we just got to be positive and just go for it. I think team selection will be very important tomorrow. Very important.
Crucial. Or even Saturday, Gary. Hey? Oh, it's Saturday tomorrow. I think it's Thursday. I've lost my days. Gary, I apologise.
Sorry.
I apologise.
We usually not think about something else.
Pardon?
You need to stop thinking about that babysitter.
Right, you said that joke a couple of times now, so let's move on, shall we? Something else. And I can confirm that at the grand old age of 17, I do not have a babysitter on the premises when mum and dad have gone to a quiz night, which is ironic because they're crap at quizzes.
Well, 17, I'd be asking for a babysitter.
I was going to take that. Now you got me. I said I would take a babysitter.
You should have told us, Jake. We'd have had a whip round for a
babysitter. I'd have been part of the selection process as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm purely satisfied in my life.
She can come and look after me.
I'll take that one.
I am purely saatified in my life, gentlemen.
No, you get confused with carers, mate.
I am satisfied, gents. Thank you. And no need for anything else on the side. Anyway, see, I was waiting for this. Thought you might have sneaked Amelia. See, I haven't heard Amelia's. I do still speak to Amelia. That is very true, Peter. But yeah, I haven't heard that.
Amelia.
Oh, that's
Amelia.
That's a long running joke from years ago involving several people. And Peter, one of them.
I'll have to ask the old man about that. Find out what's going on.
You don't know about that one, Gary? Oh,
Media could become a feature.
Is your dad got his phone on him? I have to ask about that.
Basically, I'll tell you to save the time. Is that somehow, some way, a gentleman managed to find out that I was friends with a girl called Amelia, and then there was a rumour swirled. And then once it got in the hands of Peter, then it's never been forgotten. Quite frankly, and nothing ever happens. We are very good friends. Thank you very much indeed. Amelia keeps breaking Jake's heart.
Can you hear that music?
Yeah.
Well, hold on, let me get it turned down. Who's just got out the bath? 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted. Una, turn it down.
So
Thanks
we're
for the-
going. So we're going out tonight at 8 o'clock. So she's
Oh,
got
there
the
you go.
bathroom first. You know what I mean? So
No.
She's got to get in the mood. There you go. I got you.
well, we're going to a Northern Soul night.
Oh,
Oh,
very
Nice. Enjoy.
very good. Very good. No Gillerhermy tonight. Does that mean he's in the squad tomorrow? Potentially, maybe.
That's what I thought.
Maybe.
I saw that, Robert. Hey, Robert. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that wasn't in there.
Larry, just some final thoughts on Brentford?
I think you guys said it. Wissa not being on the pitch is going to help us out a lot there. I think it's more to do with what we're going to do. And then is it Mumbambo? Their guy's got the 4 goals. I think he plays on the right side. So, it all depends on what team we're gonna put out there. And I guess when it comes to Brentford, I think they got not superstars, except I think Wissa and Muboma is really good. I think it's the coach that brings them up there. It's going to really be us and what we really do in there. And everybody keeps saying, "Hey, is full crew coming back? Is he coming back?" That's great if he comes back, but it's not like, Holland's coming back for our start. He hasn't really proven much for us yet. He's coming back maybe off the bench. But I'd like to see our starting up there where we have Bowen up front again. And then, just real quick for us, how I would like to see it is I would have a back 4 of Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman, Emerson. Midfield, don't know much, so I would say Soler and Rodriguez. Rodriguez is more of the defensive mid. And then I would put Somerville on the left, Paqueta up at the 10, and then Kudus in his strong side on the right, and then Bowen up top, and then go from there. I think that would be one of our best squads we could put out there. Midfield, I mean, it could be open for debate because who do you really put out there? But I would like to see Soler again. I really would.
Yeah, we would talk about the midfield then. So you've got a 3-man midfield. You've got Soler. You've got you don't have Alvarez. My mistake. You've got Soler. You've got Rodriguez. You've got Souček, and you ain't got anyone else. It's not really much debate, is it? It's them 3. Am I missing somebody? Paqueta. So that's 4. So somebody's got to miss out. Who's your midfield 3, Gary?
I think I agree with Larry. I think they're 3. And Paqueta, he's still disappointing me. I mean, he was lucky not to get sent off before Alvarez did because he's he's very lucky to get away with that. And he hasn't really done anything for a little while now, but he's still you watch him and it's in there with him. So you've got to give him the go. And then Tommy Souček, I don't know.
Neither do I.
I like Soler when he came on, so I'd definitely give him a start. And it's a game without Alvarez for Rodriguez to sit and show his class. He's very experienced, played for Argentina. He's got a chance now to, make a good impact. Hopefully, he won't get subbed to 38 minutes and gets a chance to impose himself a bit on the game because I think he needs to show us what he can do as well.
Nigel, your midfield 3?
I'll just leave Souček out.
He's gone straight to that.
And midfield, and it's boring though. Come on, lads. And we ain't got, apart from Paqueta, who does the odd thing once a game, right? We have got a boring midfield that don't really shine at all. Would the boy right in saying that? It's nothing there excites me about it at all. We've had some great midfielders in the past, and nothing about it excites me. Paqueta used to excite me, but now he just goes through emotions. He slows the game down and he gives the ball away. But Souček, to me, is a spent force. He tried putting him up, as a number 10 the other day. It didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't.
He lollops around the pitch. His passing is awful.
Woeful.
He doesn't even, he's no threat. It's depressing to look at our midfield. I'm honest. I think someone said earlier we need a speedy midfielder, and I think that would make a massive difference if we did have someone sharp and fast who could whip the ball around and quicken up the play, because we are so predictable and
one-dimensional.
It's a ball fest.
It is.
Honestly, that's how I feel about it. Paqueta's the only one who can open up a defence.
He's been awful.
I just nothing excites me, Jake. I can't. When you say who would you put in the midfield, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should have kept George Murphy and put him in. And maybe try some dynamic youngsters. I really don't know where we're going to go with the players we got, because I looked at their highlight videos when we bought them, and I was like, nothing here.
And that's the highlight videos.
Yes, exactly. That these players are going to set us on fire. It's not going to happen. And I'm sticking with that. But like I say, I wouldn't pursue checking.
Yeah, I think. I'm sorry,
one at a time, gents.
Go on, Larry, you go.
No, just real quick. Souček, I think he was like 63% passing accuracy on Wednesday. He can't get it. He can't. He just.
I mean, I shouldn't mention his name, but we still really miss Declan. There's a massive hole in our midfield when he went, and we see him every game I watch. We seem to be overpowered in midfield. Every midfield we have just pushes straight through us. The amount of times the ball goes straight through our midfield from their defence to their attack, it's ridiculous. Their target, the two areas they're targeting are midfield and right back at the moment. We haven't got anyone strong enough to stand up to anyone in midfield.
All these good teams, Gary, have got like good players like Odegaard. What a player!
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Rodri and Gundogan. Although they're the players that make midfield tick.
Casado ran the game, didn't he? Midfield, he's brilliant for them at Chelsea. He covered everything up. So every team's got someone. I'm not at Brentford, but they probably got someone in midfield who's going to run the game tomorrow. Norgard, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
The final thing I want to discuss is that we don't think Fulkrug is fit. So it's either Bowen down the middle or Danny Ings. And then to caveat that, I've also want to talk about Somerville and the impact that he's had since he's come in. I think he's been excellent, and I think he proved that again on Wednesday night. Harshly subbed off against Chelsea, and the London Stadium collective boo, I think, epitomised that against Chelsea. So where's he fitting all these players in? Do you think he's going Bowen up top? If he doesn't put Bowen up top, Ings up top, Bowen on the right, Kudus on the left, then Somerville's not there. So how's he fitting all this in?
He's got to play Somerville. Yeah, I think he's been really good, and you can every time you watch him, you can see he's growing in confidence. Which is important. So he's got to play, and I'll play Bowen at the top, and then Antonio's impact sub. That's the way to do it, I think.
Yeah, Larry, what would you do?
I totally agree. Antonio, we never know what he showed up when he came there, but then he'll have 5 games where he doesn't show up. I like the super sub idea from him. Whatever, if it works or not. Danny Ings, God bless the guy, but he really wasn't much impact there. He did his old granny offsides Ings again like he had last year. But, I would go with Bowen. And then to fit the pieces correctly is Bowen needs to go up there. Kudus' strongest spot is on the right. People can talk about the middle, put him right. And then Somerville, man, he's ready to break out, and he's making a move. So you keep him in there because he's just going to bust through. When he gets a little bit more support, we get a little bit more chemistry going, because that's really what I think we have. We're still not meshing together yet. We're you know what I mean? We're getting there in some spots, but keep him there, pound him there. And then that's why I said at the 10 spot, Paqueta, just because for setting that up. So that's what I would go with, but I would go Bowen up top.
Yeah, I think that's what I do. Nigel, would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, Bowen looks his strongest when he's running down the right-hand side and cutting inside, to me. Whenever I watch him play, he runs down, he's got pace, and he'll go down the right-hand side and they'll cut inside. So I would personally like to see Somerville on the left-hand side, as I agree he's playing really well. I think the switching Kudus and Bowen between them would work really well for us, because they're both really strong on the ball, running with the ball. So I think just mixing them up top would do that for me, with Antonio as a backup. So that's
because I agree with you, and you guys can maybe give me some insight on that, because for a while there, that's what I said. I said, why don't we put Kudus up top? Instead, because really, and you're spot on. Their strongest, Bowen's strongest is the right, and Kudus. That's both their real strong suits there. But I wouldn't mind, and we did a lot of times. We saw last year, Antonio he was a striker, but he never would stay there. He'd always be on the left or the right. They can move him around a little bit and see that, because I always say, hey, let's give him a shot up there. Kudus up at the center, unless there's a reason not. I don't know. But the thing is, those two guys, they're strong sides on the right-hand side.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, sorry, Jake, I'm going to have to go, mate, because I've got to go and jump in the shower. Lads, great to see you.
Cheers, take it easy.
Hopefully we can get 3 points tomorrow. I'll be back on here next week saying how good we were.
Exactly. Right. Prediction, Nigel, before you go. Prediction.
We're going to get beat 2-1.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Cheers, Nigel. Pleasure as always.
I don't see us beating them. I just don't.
Cheers, Nige.
Cheers, Nige. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Hey, thanks for leaving on a positive note. We appreciate that.
He's laughing in the background. Cheers, Nige. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, to that, you even put your cards together, Larry. There, you were like a newsreader. You were like, right, I've had enough of this. Do that again, Larry. I reckon you got a career as a newsreader there. Look.
No, you don't want to look at this chicken scratch. See, I'm not a veteran at some of the stuff, so I need to have a little stats for me.
I love it. I love it. Right, Mike's not here, so I'm not going to nick his prediction, obviously. Let's see if I can nick one of yours too, because of the abuse that I've received tonight. I am going to say Brentford 1, West Ham 2. Yes.
Did your babysitter tell you to say that?
Listen, Larry, don't you start with the lip, right? Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come
You took my prediction.
I know. Gary, you're smiling, so I didn't take yours.
No, I think we'll go 1-1. That's my prediction. 1-1. Same as Fulham. 1-1.
Yeah. Larry, think on your feet.
Well, I'm going to go with a positive. I take either one of those because tomorrow I just want to get a result, get a point, or I'd love the 3. So I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham. There we go.
Because you took my 2-1.
I did. Thank you very much, Gary and Lawrence. As always, we'll speak to you very soon. Nigel for joining us a little bit earlier on as well. From us, come on, you Irons. And we will see you soon right here on West Ham Official. Thank you very much and good night.